starts here. And that's my thing. This is where the Champions League starts. And I think, what Bayern did last season was flipping amazing, where they've already, this iteration is already done as one of the great Champions League teams based on their treble win and just how they completely lubricate the guys. This is the A2 guys. These are the guys that have pretty much ended Barcelona Football Club as a entity or an institution for the short period of time. Specifically, they're the reasons why there's a Barcelona wing. But there are injuries. There are injuries, which gives Lazio a chance. When this draw was made, I think, when we looked through it, we said this is perhaps the most one-sided draw. Like this and the City draw. I said, no, Bayern Munich, based on what they have and so forth, Lazio don't stand a chance. So the notion was Bayern are going to say what's up in both legs. But even Bayern fans, from what I've been seeing, the comments and so forth, are saying not too sure about this first leg. No Muller, no Gnabry, no Tolisso, no Pava. That's huge. I think Pava and Muller have the coronavirus, and the other guys are injuries. Dr. Costa has an injury as well. So those are key guys, specifically a Muller and a Gnabry, who were very key for Bayern last season. So it gives very much Lazio a chance. Bayern are still favourites. Bayern can still win because they've still got the Polish League Cup in there. They've still got that Polish League Cup in there. So if you're Lazio, you look at this game from a tactical point of view. Let's look at this game from a tactical point of view. I think you would say to yourselves that Ciro, Immobile could be very key. Bayern are going to play that high line. Hansi Flick is going to live and die with that high line. And boom, if you're Lazio and you're Simone Inzaghi, say, look, we're going to suffer because these guys are going to come for us. So all he would say to his guys is that defensively, let's not make any mistakes. Let us keep it very, very tight. Let us make it very difficult for Lewandowski. But Simone Inzaghi will say, without the attacking midfield intelligence of the ball running from Thomas Muller, and without that huge threat of a Gnabry, we can, doesn't mean that take your foot off the gas, but we can breathe just a little and maybe take a bit more risks going forward. Because if they have to deal with Gnabry and Muller, Lazio, they're going to concede G's. They will concede many, numerous G's. So the key thing here is that there is a path here. And the path is, how can he get that ball to Ciro Immobile? That's the path. He has the speed. The guy is a quick dude. And we know that the guy is capable of perhaps breaking the offside line. So the Morata is still trying to learn how to do. So if you're Bayern Munich, Hans Flick has to think about this because it's a dilemma you have. This is what gave us success. This is what gave us the treble. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But has it been broken by some of the results in the Bundesliga, specifically with them losing to Frankfurt over the weekend as well? But you say so, but if you're Hansi Flick, maybe specifically if you don't have the firepower of a Gnabry and a Muller, maybe you need to be a slightly bit more balanced and ensure that you don't really give too much to Lazio. Bayern Munich will feel very confident losing this 2-1 or even 3-1 because they say, as long as we come to the Allianz and have the players, we can say what's up. What if you don't have these guys back for the Allianz game? What if you still have the same injuries? So I don't think you want to give up too much. I think for Bayern, the aim is let's get an away goal or a few away goals. Whatever the scoreline is, bet. We can say what's up. But this is Bayern Munich. I think they will look to try and win the game. Based on how they play, based on who they are, and the players that are still there, they will still look to try and win the game. And I think the notion here really is if Leroy Sané is available for him to try and say what's up. And really to feed Lewandowski, because when you've got, and this is what I said for Juventus, once you've got a guy that is such a goal-scoring phenom like this dude, you have to work hard to create for him. This was the big beef with Bayern for all these years, is that, my gosh, Lewandowski had no service. He could have done a bit more, but I did understand the arguments of like, how can we sort of criticize him if he's really not getting that ball and that service towards him? So, Lazio have a chance. They have a chance, but let's not be foolish. Let's be smart about this. Yes, they have a chance, but it's still Bayern. Okay, it's still Bayern. And for Lazio, they're going to have to be... If you're Lazio, still treat this like as if Muller and Gnabry are still there. I think they should still have that game plan. I think their game plan is try to contain these guys, but play our football and look for those opportunities and look for those chances. Those chances, I think, will be there. And I think if Simone Inzaghi has done his homework and looked at this Bundesliga game and said, look, these opportunities are around. These opportunities are there. They do exist. Let's try and say what's up. But back for Bayern, this puts greater pressure on Joshua Kimmich. I think he's tier one, deservedly so, and one of the best midfielders in the world right now. And I think in the absence of Gnabry and Muller, he's going to have to really have a big, huge game in that midfield. And he's going to try and say, can I find the Sane? Can I find the Coman? Can I find the Lewandowski? Can I find these guys in key positions? So not only will he have the tasked to do the midfield job, I think Flick will say, bro, I need you to even advance, even go forward and say what's up in my final third. I need to say what's up in my final third and Hannah live. Just try and knock on the door. Let me say, look, Lewandowski, knock. Who's there? It's me, Joshua K, Josh K, Joshy K, the Mick. So the Mick's going to live. The Mick has to live. But I want to see this defense. I want to see the highline tested. I want to see these guys tested. I want to see Lazio say what's up. So this makes it, those injuries, because when we were talking about it on Sunday, I was like, but then when Homeboy, I think it was in Infinity character, sent me those things, I was like, and then obviously your boy AM, Perfect Champions, were like, bro, man, I think we're going to lose. And they give it back and say, well, we're going to lose. We'll win the time, but we'll lose this game. I'm still not ready to say Bayern will lose this game. I'm still not ready to say that they will lose this game. But if you're Lazio, you have to take this opportunity with these injuries. If Lazio don't win this, there's no point in turning up for the second leg. Even if they win this, they'll still probably lose the tie. But to keep it interesting and to give them a chance, they have to win this. The question is this. This is what Simone Inzaghi will be saying to himself. Can we win this with a clean sheet? That has to be the aim. Because if they can win this with a clean sheet, it puts them in a very good position to do something. Because if they can go to the Allianz Arena with a 1-0 win, or dare I say a 2-0 win, oh my gosh, then they know that, all right, Bayern will hit us with the goals, but every goal we have is two. Every goal we have is an away goal, and they don't have any away goals. So for Lazio, I think that the key thing is you have to try and win that game. You've got to try and walk Immobile's speed. You've got to try and play the ball for Immobile. That's what you have to, like Milinkovic-Savic. You have to be smart with the ball, clever with the ball, play the right pass, because football happens very quickly. And when you're playing such a high team like this, pretty much the best team in Europe, you have to take your chances. It's easier said than done. But Simone Inzaghi will say, look, there is no higher level than this. This is going to be one of the best teams that we play. And we can't go into this game not believing we can win. We have to see. It's a very difficult thing to have because you're like, no, we can't beat Bayern. This is Bayern. Look at what they did last season. Look at how incredible they were. Look at just how completely indestructible they were. But it is a mental thing of where Lazio, they have to believe. The slightest shred of doubt they have, they will lose. They will lose 100%. If Bayern can smell any doubt in the place, they will lose. They will lose. It's like the passing of the Red Sea. Bro, if anybody had any doubt, bro, that whole sea would come down on those guys, man. So it's going to be an intriguing game. It's going to be an intriguing game. I'm going to say 1-1. I think Bayern will score. I think Bayern will hold. I don't think Lazio will do enough to win this. I don't think they'll do enough to... if they lost to Frankfurt... I'm sticking with 1-1. No, I'll stick with 1-1. Lazio are not high scoring. See, that's the thing. Lazio are not an attacking team. So let's say they can expose the hand. They're not seeing... If this was like, let's say, Atalanta, or maybe I'll say even Inter Milan, when Inter Milan want to turn up, I'll say, okay, maybe. Lazio are not a ultra-attacking, 5 guys forward, of offensive. Those are not the kind of guys. So I'm going to say it's going to be 1-1. I think Lewandowski I think Lewandowski's going to get that G. Lewandowski is on one. I think this is going to get every single game. You can say Bundesliga and everything. This guy is G'ing up in every single game. But that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm going to stick with a 1-1 all square, which I think would be a fantastic result for Lazio and a horrible result for Lazio. Lazio, they've got to win. That's the key thing. But if they can win, clean sheet will be great. If Bayern can keep it to a 1-goal deficit loss, or they can get a draw and a wake up. Amy to cappuccino, they will give birth to these guys at the Islands Arena. Remember, guys, catch me on Twitch from 7 p.m. live preview lineup of the lineups of both of the teams, and that's from 7 GMT and from 8 GMT sharp. I'll be on Twitch. Watch along with me on Twitch. Please bring a meal and a drink. Peace out, stay true. Like, subscribe, one love. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog. Get access to exclusive videos, and also get access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy HH.